is my father and my mum. I assume from the way they were walking, they were already married. This was in Tunis, most probably. I'm number 6 in a family of 10 children. We have 5 girls and 5 boys. And we were all born in Tunis. When I was really little, the older brother and sisters, 4 of them, left and went to study in France. So I didn't have much contact with them when I was little. I lived in a place called Hafsia in Tunis, in a street called Rue Etoumi, until the age of 5. And then we moved to a place called Rue de la Palestine, Palestine Road, numéro 38, in Tunis, very near the Grand Synagogue of Tunis, which is the big synagogue, which is still there, a beautiful place. I moved from Tunis to Paris at the age of 15. When I moved, I didn't actually know that I was emigrating. I just went on holiday, and the holiday was organized so that I go to Israel for 1 month with a group of young people. And I never took many things, I just took a holiday pack. And I never went back to Tunis. So yeah, that's basically the story. And then I lived 8 years in Paris. Again, I never knew that I left Paris. So I never say goodbye. Until this day, I think I have 1 foot here and 1 foot there. I was always happy when I was a child, when I was a teenager in Tunisia. I think I was always happy. I never knew that I wasn't happy. Many years later, I realized a few things, and I think, oh, I know now why I'm like this for this or like that. I understand. For example, this idea of never saying goodbye to things, never talking about things. So we open doors, we don't shut them. We open relationships, we don't close them. We don't know how to say goodbye. I left Tunisia, and I swear, I think this has affected me in a way that I get into situations, I really don't know how to get out of them. I get into relationships, I go through them like again and again. I don't understand starting and finishing. I don't know how to say goodbye. I really don't. I still don't. So I'm still very attached to things of past. And I think instead of being less attached, I'm even more attached now as I'm getting older. I went back to Tunisia this year, first time after so many years. Yeah, I went to Jerba. I had never been to Jerba before. I still am hoping to go back this year, but to Tunis, or maybe to visit Tunisia a bit more. Of course, I want to explore the old trodden paths and revisit really the place where I grew up. If I find it, I don't know where it's there. But certainly I would like to go to... I have lots of very, very vivid memories from the synagogue. The streets for me were a place where we bumped into our friends. We sat a lot outside. On Purim, we used to carry bags and bags of goodies to neighbors and friends. So for me, when I look back, I have this very vivid memory of lively streets. Now, going back, I just want to know, really. There's lots of things I know that I'm not going to find anything that I left, but maybe I will be able to talk about it. I actually forgot about the people where I came from. I turned French, I turned English. I actually completely forgot about my identity as a Tunisian Jew. I sometimes wonder whether I ever had it. I wasn't aware of it. So yeah, I do a lot of work with people, listen to them, teach people, teach adults. I do a lot of listening. And I realized that I joined many other cultures, and dawned on me that perhaps it's time for me to go back and find out about myself a little bit more and my people. I actually I'm fond of my people. I'm growing fonder of my people. I always loved English, always. And I remember fondly my English teacher at Lubavitch School in Tunis. Um, and and yeah, it's when I went to university, I studied English and business studies. I came here as a French assistant. I stayed here 3 years and I left. I went to live in Israel. And some reason, as you call it, Beshet or not, I came back a year later. I lived in Israel during the Gulf War, and my grandmother had become really ill that year. And I told you I was so close to my grandma, so I came back to be with my grandma. She died subsequently, but I didn't go back. So there were a few years of complete pain. I couldn't listen to Hebrew songs because I felt the loss, constantly feeling that loss, that I wasn't living in Israel. To me, when we said every year, next year in Jerusalem, it was literal. We had to go and live in Jerusalem. I couldn't understand why not. Because it was there, why not? I never quite understood why my parents moved to France and not to Israel. Traditions, definitely very important. To be honest, in the beginning, I didn't think much about it. I want to carry on teaching and practicing. I think practicing, because it's only through practice, I think, that each one of them will learn, will take something of it. Without the practice, I find things get dissolved. So do something, not just talk about it, but do something. We are just who we are. It's our culture, our identity. We're a bit French, we're a bit Tunisian. We don't dress the way our grandparents dressed, or great-grandparents. But this is who we are, the Tunisian Jews. We are a bit French and a bit Arab and very, very Jewish. Very Jewish. This is what really the stronger part of me. And I love anything to do with English culture, literature, and French culture. I'm everything, all that. So I haven't actually gone back to Tunisia, because my Tunisia is Tunis, is Sidi Bou Said, is La Goulette, is all these places, the port in La Goulette, the Café Vert, La Marsa. Yeah, beautiful beaches and cafes, jasmine.
Yeah.
Café des Amis, where my father used to take us, that I have a strong memory. It's an open air, huge restaurant, which they call Café des Amis. And yeah, I remember sitting on my dad's lap and eating, again, barbecues. Life of joyous barbecues. What I miss, we used to sit outside, literally on the doorstep. So the neighbors, all the young neighbors and the old neighbors. And the night was always young. And even when people worked, if it was really hot, they worked half a day.
Yeah.
So the afternoon was for a nap, and the evening was for meeting your friends, family. It wasn't a life where you stay at home watching TV. We didn't even have TV. It's important to have fun, of course. It's important to share with your friends and family. It's very important to be spontaneous, to be joyful. Of course, it's very important. That's what I'm about, what I believe in. But it's equally important to keep this going for future generations. And I would ask my fellow Tunisian Jews, to just take notes of things and actually start keeping a record, so that we know who we are for many more generations to come.